In this video, we will start the study of statistics in chapter 12. In 12.1, we're going to talk about sampling, frequency distributions, and graphs. I have here on my screen the handout that you can follow along with me and fill out, and I also have some notes on 12.1. Statistics is a method for collecting, organizing, data collected. A population is a set containing all the people or objects whose properties are to be described and analyzed by the data collector. A sample is a subset of the population or a subgroup. A random sample is a sample obtained in a way that every element in the population has an equal chance of being selected for the sample. So we can display the data in several methods. We're going to go in this video, we're going to review how to I'll work this out with you. So we have a sample of grades from a pre-calculus class. These are the final course grades for the students taking the course. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20 grades from A to F. And what we're going to do is the first thing, construct a frequency distribution, and then we're going to represent one, two, three. So we have three A's. And let's look at B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 B's. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 C's. D. We have 2. And we have 1 F. And let's go ahead and get the total. The sum total of all the frequencies is equal to each letter. A has 3. So we're going to draw a bar here. For B, it's 5. And we have 9 C's. Two D's and 1 F. All right. So what this does is allow us to see which set of data, we're going to construct a grouped frequency distribution and then do a stem and leaf plot. Okay, so in our group, we're going to, and this is very helpful with, or very useful when you have a lot of data. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Sorry, that's 5 columns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To 100, and I'm going to group them by tens. All right, so the number of scores that are in the 40s, I'll go ahead and look at my list here. It might be useful to go ahead and cross them off as you come by them. There's one number in that group. Now let's look at the 50s. We have 1, 2, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the 80s, we have, oh, it looks like I missed one of my 50s. So I'll go back to that in a minute. So in the 80s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in the 90s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5. All right, so I did miss one of those 50 range. So I do have 5 there. Okay, so let's go ahead and add everything up. So here we have 1 plus 5 plus 4, that's 10, plus 15 is 25, 30, 37, it looks like. And I think that's how many we counted. Okay, so we have the total number of frequencies. All right, so the leaf for 40 something. Okay, so we have 41. So we're going to put a 1 there. And in this case, we can actually go through each data and just go in order. So we have 73, and then we have 58, we have 68, we have 75, 94, 79, 96, $78 and $81, 75, 73, 73, And then we have 62, 69, 76, 77, 71 and 50, 57, 98, 70. Numbers, and so here we have a 02788. All right, so you can reorganize them, but this is perfectly fine. Okay, so you have a group frequency table and a stem and leaf, and we also did a frequency distribution and a histogram. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the 12.1 handout, and this is just, I think, 2 pages, just a few questions here. So in the city, okay, they're trying to survey the city's citizens. So is everyone living on West End representative of the city? I would think not. Okay, survey the first 200 names in the phone book. That's not representative of the entire city, because not everybody publishes their phone number, right? And we're not also doing a random sample. C, randomly select neighborhoods throughout Nashville and then randomly which may not be in their neighborhood. So C is the right answer. We randomly select neighborhoods throughout Nashville and then randomly survey people within each neighborhood. So that's representative of the entire city. Frequency distributions is a table that shows the frequency or the number of times the data value appears. So in example 1, now we did something similar with a smaller group of numbers. A college professor surveyed students on the university campus to see how stressed out they are. Each student and record tally marks for each number, or it seems like since they're just single digits with the exception of 10, it might be just as easy to go through the whole table and count how many of each number you have. All right, so for the zeros, you go through this whole table, you have 1, 2, 2 zeros, okay? And then if you want to just cross that off, so just kind of get it out of the way, you can. I can't write on this sheet unless I annotate, but I think you get the hint. So let's so we're looking over here under frequencies, and the stress rating of 7 has the most frequencies, so of 11. So The stress level that describes most students is 7. How many students report having that stress level? That's 11 students. Grouped frequency distribution. The table to the right is a grouped frequency distribution. It groups the data into classes and their frequencies. In question 1, what is the width of each class? To find out what the width of each class is, we take the lowest number of the second group and subtract the lower number from the first group. 15 minus 5 will give you the width. So 15 minus 5 is 10. You can take any 2 consecutive groups and the lower limit is 25. What is the upper limit for the 8th class? And that number is 84. And how many students have between 45 and 54 social interactions? So we look to the 5th class here, and it looks like we have 11 students that had between 45 and 54 social interactions. How many and at least means 65 or more. So we add up all of these frequencies, 6 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4. And you have 17 students that had at least 65 social interactions. And that's it. So I am going to end the video and start with 12.2 in the next one.